Hey, what's going on? My name's Yuka and welcome to my channel. So last week I posted my very first video of all time on YouTube, and it was my background and story, right? Because I feel like that gives a good insight as to why I started this channel and the whole journey up until then. And so I wanted to film this to allow you guys to kind of get to know me a little bit better. So something that I tend to often do is fall into this trap of being a perfectionist. And it all happens subconsciously. Like, I'm not even consciously aware that I'm falling into this perfectionist trap until I'm actually deep into it. So there's a difference between like being a perfectionist and striving for greatness. So I mean, I'm always striving to be the best that I possibly can, but being a perfectionist to the point where it is detrimental to you when you're holding yourself to a standard and you're allowing your ego to tell you that you're not good enough, and if you don't have everything perfect and set up and whatever, then you're not going to be successful. What happened was I was honestly really like deathly afraid to be on camera. So that's why with all of my previous content back in like 2020 when I first started posting food videos, I wasn't in them because I didn't want to be on camera. And so finally being on camera and being comfortable talking to the camera was this whole other journey. So in December, towards the end of December, I suddenly got this inspiration to make hot sauce because I was giving it away for Christmas presents. So I filmed the whole thing and I literally just showed up as I was. So I am the type of person that likes to, get ready and put makeup on every single day or mostly every day, just for like a self-expression, not necessarily because I'm trying to impress anybody or whatever. This is just how I like to be. Some people are into fashion, some people are into makeup, whatever. This is just how I like to live my life. So the day that I recorded the hot sauce video, I, just had a regular day, and then I just had this inspiration to be like, you know what, I think I could do this. So during that time, I was just kind of getting accustomed being on video and seeing myself on video. So in those videos, I literally didn't say a word in any of them. I was just cooking, So for the first few videos that I was posting, I was literally just recording everything that I was cooking. I have like stage lights or whatever. I didn't have them set up in the first videos. And as you can see, I kind of just was looking pretty casual, whatever. And then eventually, as I started posting more and more and more, this like perfectionist trap started to come in again. And I wasn't even aware of it. So then by the time I posted like the California roll video, you can see that like, I'm perfectly done up. I'm wearing a lot more makeup than I usually do on a day-to-day basis. And like the lighting is all great and it looks great, right? But I then started to feel like I had this standard that I had to meet every single time. And if it wasn't like absolutely perfect, I would be extremely hard on myself. And so for that video, I literally almost didn't post that video because I didn't cut the California rolls the right size. It was crazy. I literally held off for like 2 weeks from posting it because I was being a perfectionist and being too hard on myself. And when I recorded that video, I actually felt really good and proud about it. But when I went back and was editing it, that ego side stepped in and was like, you're not good enough. This isn't good enough. You can't post this. Like, absolutely not. So then eventually I kind of came to the realization that I was falling into this perfectionist trap that I tend to fall into, and I just posted it. And in the caption, I'm explaining everything that I'm explaining here, and I kind of just did that because I didn't want to do that anymore. I really wanted to remind myself of how I fall into this trap and kind of recognize the patterns and get out of it if I do fall into it again. Okay, now fast forward to actually speaking to the camera. Eventually in January, I kind of came to this realization that if I wanted to build a connection with my audience, I had to, show up and be myself and show my personality, right? And so I slowly started to open up a little bit and start to speak. And then I went through my whole yoga training, and it really helped me open up. It really helped me to build confidence, right? So then that's when I recorded the first video that I posted last week. And in the video, I had so much information that I wanted to just get off my chest and get out there. So I felt ready to record that video and post it. But I feel like because I was nervous, obviously, I was kind of holding myself to a standard again. Then after I posted that, I started to get anxiety because I was like, oh my God, I need to start putting out recipe videos. And I'm so used to filming on an iPhone where everything's portrait, but on YouTube, I'm filming on a camera. So everything is landscape. So it's a learning curve that I'm learning right now, you know what I mean? So it's definitely been something that has been not necessarily a struggle, but kind of a struggle for me to learn. And then also the setup in my kitchen, it's kind of small. So it's not ideal for filming with a DSLR, you know? So then I started getting anxiety again because I was falling into this perfectionist trap where everything has to be perfect or else I can't post it. And I realized that that was what I was doing. So I was putting all this pressure on myself, and if it wasn't perfect, I absolutely couldn't record or post anything. And it was just crazy because the information that I want to share and the recipes that I want to share also, I just want to get it out there. I don't want to hold myself to this standard where it's negatively affecting me to the point where I'm beating myself up if I'm not meeting this standard every single time. So the way that I cook is if I'm craving something, I'll just make it. And it could be just inspired by something. So for instance, I made pad thai yesterday and I wanted to make a video about it, but I didn't have every single ingredient that is typically in like a traditional pad thai. So then I was like, oh my God, I can't film this. I can't put out a video with not all the ingredients in there. And then I actually made the pad thai, like I didn't film it, but I made it and it was so good. And I was just like, why did I not record this? Why am I again holding myself to the standard where, all of you can cook these recipes and have the same flavors, and you don't need every single ingredient every single time for these recipes to come out perfect, So I'm recording this video, one, to kind of hold myself accountable, to just be true to myself. I want to make sure that going forward, I just show up authentically as myself, as I am. I don't want to hold myself to any standard. And if I spend time and energy recording something, I just want to get it out there. And I really just want to share the journey of all of this. So I will be posting recipe videos. I'm still figuring out the setup for filming, but I think just going forward, I want to make sure that I'm just posting what I regularly do. Like that's the whole purpose behind this. It's not so that, you or I can be this perfect person or a version of ourselves. It's just to make conscious and healthier habits in your life. And you don't have to have every single ingredient in order to do this. You can still make the same things and like swap some ingredients out, honestly, also. So anyways, I basically am making this video to remind myself that I'm not perfect and I don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to be perfect either. We're all just here like on a journey, right? To figure out life. None of us actually know what we're doing. We're all just figuring it out. And I want to share the journey with you guys. I want to share, I don't want everything to be perfect because I don't want you guys to feel like you aren't able to do something because it's not up to this standard either. My message really is to just show up as yourself, try to better yourself, but don't be a perfectionist. Don't fall into this ego trap where you're telling yourself you're not good enough. And you can make small adjustments in your daily life, and it doesn't have to be this like grand crazy thing. Like you can slowly incorporate more whole organic ingredients into your lifestyle. You can start, making small changes, and that's the journey. So going forward, I just want to make sure that I'm showing up as myself, and so that you guys can show up as yourself, and even if we're not exactly where we want to be, it doesn't mean that where we're at is a bad place or that it's not good enough. So yeah, that's the story, that's the update. And I'm going to be posting recipes and some blog posts, just useful and helpful information for anybody that's trying to live a healthier and happier lifestyle. That's it, So I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. And thanks for being here. Also, I do really appreciate those of you who have subscribed and are watching my videos. It's been a wild wild journey. Thinking about me recording a video and speaking and being able to do this is just mind-blowing, because literally 3 months ago I was deathly afraid to talk to a camera. But anyways, stay tuned, follow, like, subscribe, share this video if it resonated with you or if you think anybody can benefit from this, and until next time. Oh yeah, and PS, so I am doing a 30-day challenge. I basically kind of came up with this idea to hold myself accountable, to show up authentically myself. In the video that I posted about the 30-day challenge, like, it was a big test because, like, you know, my hair wasn't washed, I had no makeup on, and I just want to be real, you know? I don't want to have to be looking a certain way in order to post content, because there would be days where I wouldn't post anything because I didn't want to get ready, and I just feel like that's just not how I want to show up here. I want to show up as myself if I'm ready or not. Okay, anyways, so I'm doing this 30-day challenge. Basically what I'm going to be doing is morning walks with an audiobook. So I want to, in 30 days, finish at least 2 books or motivational speeches or anything that's basically going to help lift my energy, my frequency, and my vibration. So when you're listening to positive videos or motivational speeches, it motivates you, you know? So that's why I'm doing this, so I can stay motivated, so that I can show up authentically as myself. Also to do yoga and meditate every single day, so that one, I can better my physical health, but also my mental health. You know, meditation is kind of difficult for me because I do have a hard time concentrating. So it's definitely something I have to really force myself to do. And then on top of that, I want to journal every day for 30 days. So I can kind of look back and see, you know, what happened, what changed, what's new, and then eating healthier. So I do eat pretty healthy on a regular basis, but you know, if I want to eat ice cream, I'm eating ice cream. So, but for 30 days, I'm really gonna try to hold myself accountable, and just do this and show up. And I'm gonna be documenting this all on TikTok, Instagram, and I'll have updates on YouTube as well. So if you're interested, follow along. And if you're interested in doing the 30-day challenge with me as well, then please join. Yeah, all right, well, until next time.